Hello, Superdean here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, it's been a bit of a while. I've been doing Game of Thrones, been doing other bits and bobs, so we're back. Small good news, I have a hard drive again for my Xbox, so I'm reinstalling all games that I was waiting to play, all old favourites and stuff like that, and some of the free-to-play ones I had lined up, so I'll get back into that as well. But anyway, when we last left off, sadly, it seems really loud to me. Hang on one second. Settings. Just there we go. That's a bit better. I feel like I can hear myself think now. Or I can just turn another volume on my headset because I'm an idiot. It doesn't affect my volume too much. But yes, when we last left off, unfortunately, Say had hung herself because she was depressed all alive. It kind of went all freaky. We went back to the sort of start of the game. Say was kind of there, but she sort of disappeared and looks like she's been deleted from the game, and we appear to be back at the start of the club, but instead of Say bringing us, Monica brought us to the club. So I don't know if it's going to be different, if it's going to be same, but we'll have a look to start off with, and then we'll go from there. And I am sat so funny, my knees are falling to sleep. Potato question. All words escape me in this situation. This club, it's full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. And why am I not on full screen as well? Hang on. Stop it. Full screen. There we go. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? Whoa, hang on, easy. What? No, I'm not. Nat. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Nat is the one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Nat. Enthusiastic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri appears compared more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Nat. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran Superdean in the classroom and you decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was gonna, Sorry. I did forget about... Hang on, I started a timer. I just happened to run into him. Apologies. Unprofessional Superdean, as always. Boop. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Superdean? The girls have a few desks arranged in form of a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Nat sit across from each other. Still feels awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way, not when people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Nat? Well, I guess. Nat reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goals. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before down the teapot in the middle. But setting down the teapot in the middle, Christine. You have a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that's, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Superdean, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, so we have done this before. I'm recognizing it. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Nat hastily perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I'm spoke about thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Traces of a teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels, but that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story such a forgiving foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to throw you for a loop? I can't read again. Anyway, I've read a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Guess something that I can relate at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Expect that from you, Yuri. It's your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? If it's a story that makes me think or take another to the world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. Yeah. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, it's just that for me to 1 second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nat? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud." And give that back. Fine. Well, I guess sometimes. I definitely feel like we're really looping. I think that's impressive. We'll try and really share some stuff sometimes. No! Averts her eyes. You won't like them. I'm not a confident writer. That feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust form of writing is writing to oneself. You might be here to expose vulnerabilities and show everything the deepest reaches of your heart. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can explain. I guess the same for Yuri. Got an idea. How about this? Let's all go home. Write a poem of our own. Yes, we'll meet. Next time we meet, we'll share them. I wonder if they're the same poems then. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. Vice President, after all. Hang on, this is different. I remember this. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us all to take. Do you agree as well, Superdean? Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Come on. I never said I would join the club. Kids would stop by, but I never made any decision. Yeah, because there was no cupcakes, was there? There was no promised cupcakes this time round. We are learning. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Superdean. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in the situation, and besides, the club itself is pretty relaxed. So if writing a poem is the price I need to pay, I'll spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Really? Do you really mean that, Superdean? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You're really scaring her for a moment. I mean, if you just left us after all this, I would be super pissed. Superdean, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Yeah, that's different then. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Superdean, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. And the skills, I already feel anxious and welling up inside. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Nat, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I be happy spending every day after school literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow close to one of these girls. Alright. To make most of my circumstance, and sure good fortune will find me. I'm guess starting writing a poem tonight. So... I've got a special poem. Will you like to read it? Yes. Things I like about Papa. Blooming, Stranger Things. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. ... I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. ... Well, technically it's dash, isn't it? Dash. I'm not saying dash though. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like it when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like it when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. So now I'm only trying to impress you two, am I? Okay. Okay, I'm just going for the... Just picking all the fancy... Oh, she like that one. Oh, great. That's better. I'm back on it. Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh! Say! Why was she there? Hi again, Superdean. Glad to see you doing it right on us. Ha 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 ha. What is going on with this game? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. The last time I was last to come in, anyone else is already hanging out. What? Thanks for keeping your promise, Superdean. I hope this doesn't get too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Make you diving headfirst at literature when you're not accustomed to it. Hi. Come on, don't give him any slack. You're already... Don't you dare kill my laptop game. Dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to come and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, you in front of the words? I can't read. Stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Pops back into a seat. I'm sorry, Superdean. Well, Yuri shoots Nat with disappointment glaze. Anyway, now that we're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, not that, Yuri. I want to try... What's happening to the music? Part of the club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick a book if you want me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that's... She did... Was she vice president before? Into her bag and pulls out a book. Feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. Just keep your attention even if you don't usually read. I mean, could you know, discuss it if you want? This is how the girl's accidentally being... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She thinks reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it on your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Settled, I expect one to kick off the club, but doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face already buried in the book. I can't help notice her intense expression like she's waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Nat is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I can't see a glimpse of her, the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. Hang on, wasn't this first few pages? Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance. Our eyes meet for a split second. But the only one makes her hide her face deeper in a book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing her uncomfortable. Comfort. Oh, it's fine. I was focused and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading this bit of this, so... It's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you come to have two copies of the same book. Ah, well, I stopped at the bookshop yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Makov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that turns into a human experimental prison. And the people trapped there have this trick that turns them into killing machines for that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selective breeding people by cutting off the... Was this on this bit last time? Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri makes it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So dark turn came from nowhere. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Superdean? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's the kind of story. It's the kind of challenge to look at life with a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Whoa! But because the world is full of horrible people and we all are worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I am rambling, aren't I? Suddenly, life has... No. Again. No, again, yeah, I'll start singing, sorry. I don't apologise, I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets... Oh, jeez. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Really? And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That's just me means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. A Literature Club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading. And yeah, Jesus, yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. I felt this happened a day after, didn't it? And sit next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to, it's just something that I'm not very used to. Reading with company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I'm distracting or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but it feels somewhat comforting. Corner of my eye. I really know she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... What? You apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... This should work, right? I slide the desk up against the Yuri's and hold the book more between the two of her. I suppose so. Timidly closes her own copy. Once we've done this bit, yeah, I recognise this bit. A left arm instead of a right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes kind of different. Turn the page. Here. Yep, done this bit before. I don't see the same in the right hand. Okay, so I'm not gonna fully pen into this bit. We're gonna just keep going. We heard a lot of the time before. It's actually kind of attracted to me. Yeah, I see the warmth of Yuri's face in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Just turn the page. Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. And I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. You're being so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Continue reading. Let's turn the page. Instead, I just assume she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the chapter in silence. Just let the invitation change. My thumb gently leads to the page, letting it fluidly. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. I don't relate to the character at all. No, definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guessed things all the time. That's what you talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? No, never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know where it came into my head. You feeling alright? Being a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? She feels her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Pace rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Superdean! Did something happen just now? I have no idea. A little strange, I guess. So you didn't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Sometimes it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while. I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left it off in our book and slide it back into my bag. Oh, only 2 poems. So I'm guessing there might be different poems. Unfair that I start. Oh my god, what was that? Jesus. Simply you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What do you expect me to believe? That you actually put effort into this? Do you think that I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. It's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first one we ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about it. Fine. Well, sorry. You get it better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, each to their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I've got to share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can... Was this? No, I don't think it's different. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sneak, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that wasn't going to like it. I like it. What? I'm just being honest. I am. What is so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like to easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I tried to write about that. Yeah, I understand. The other thing nice about simply writing is to put more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. Yeah, we know that. Super did. I guess you did realise to be a pro. I'm glad you're learning something. Didn't expect the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but Nat feels proud. I won't take it away from her. Right, Monica. Hi, Superdean. Having a good time so far? Ah, yes. Yeah, good to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course. I'll be afraid to bring them up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, what do you want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha! Don't worry, Superdean. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we need to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Great job, Superdean. I was going to go, ooh, in my head when I was reading it. While I was reading it, it was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why I always count when I put some effort in. Haha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing the more full imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that it's a bad thing, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She might really starve with social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she's just getting too stimulated. Oh, I thought. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we've all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologise. We've still plenty of time, so I'm more glad you took all the time you needed. Oh, ow, my bum. Alright, thank you, Monica. Suppose I should get to my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. I have to sound confident. Doesn't always mean that's the way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my buried eyes can no longer see colour. Burnt eyes. In the other rooms, are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat screen of paper? I sound frantically scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing on me. The air I breathe pinches my lungs. I panic. This is a different poem. Panic. Shell of my fears. I brandish my pen. It's right there. He's right there. So what do you think? It's very freeform. That's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ah, it's okay. I kind of it's got popular nowadays. That's a lot of poems have been put emphasis on time between words and lines. Without performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure. Shush. I know how to put it. I'm guessing you could say that I had come to an epiphany recently. It's been influenced by my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is being better friends with each other. Anyway, Here's Monica's write-up of the day. Oh god, write a poem, a story, your brain gets too fixed on a special point. If you try so hard making it perfect, then you never make any progress. Just focus yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think of it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you're just going to get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So, we've got Yuri's to do now. So we'll do that next time. So there's definitely some odd stuff going on, things popping up, eyeballs popping out of people's heads, which I wasn't expecting. So we'll see what happens next time. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. Superdean out.